It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. An attempted break-in at Wanji has gone horribly wrong for a would-be burglar. Police say the 47-year-old man was trying to break into the top floor of a two-storey house in Dobell Drive just after 9 last night when the owners arrived home. He tried to escape by jumping from the second floor to the ground, but crashed onto a concrete patio, suffering serious leg injuries in the process. He's now in the John Hunter Hospital and is expected to be charged. Residents in the Hunter could use their energy differently after a review by scientist Alan Finkel into Australia's energy plan. Clean energy is the target as companies are forced to provide customers with a set percentage of power from low-emission technology to renewable or efficient gas. Chief Executive of Australia's Solar and Energy Storage Council, John Grimes, says people are looking to use cleaner energy sources.
Energy is in transition from an old steam train age technology to a 21st century economy where we're seeing large-scale solar, really cheap wind power, batteries and energy storage, and people wanting to take control of their own energy future. People want control, they want choice, they want low prices, and they want clean electricity that isn't going to affect the planet and their future.
However, the majority of federal coalition MPs last night rejected the Prime Minister's push for a clean energy target based on the Finkel review. Malcolm Turnbull wants to see companies which use renewable sources of energy rewarded, but those who still rely on coal to go unpunished. Around 20 government MPs raised concerns with the policy, fearing it will do nothing to reduce electricity prices. Federal Energy Minister Josh Frydenberg has told the ABC his colleagues have no reason to worry about the future of coal.
Certainly people are very concerned about the future of coal, and rightly so too. They understand that coal is a critical source of baseload power, and under Dr Finkel's recommendations it would still provide more than 50% of the power across the national electricity market by 2030.
The state government is being urged to get on with planning extensions to Newcastle's light rail project. Newcastle councillors last night voted in favour of a motion calling for a working party to be formed involving the relevant authorities to begin the planning process of extending the line beyond the CBD. Council is calling for the line to be extended from Wickham to Broadmeadow in the first instance, and then further extensions to Hunter Stadium, the John Hunter Hospital, Glendale, the University and the airport. Police believe a fire at Rutherford last night may have been deliberately lit. Firefighters arrived at the public housing block in Churchill Crescent at about 10:30 to find a one-bedroom unit on the top floor well alight. It's taken about 2 hours to extinguish and mop up the fire, which was confined to the one unit. The occupant wasn't home at the time and is assisting police with their inquiries. A study at the University of Newcastle has found women who experience domestic violence not only suffer health issues on the short-term basis, but also in the long term. The research program tracked a number of women over 16 years and found while health decreased with age, health issues were worse in those who'd lived with an abusive partner. Professor of Public Health Deborah Loxton says their study found the adverse health effects of domestic violence can last a lifetime.
We were able to show that over a 16-year period, women who had ever lived with a violent partner continued to have physical and mental health deficits, which means that compared to women who've never lived with a violent partner, these women had lower levels of mental health, lower levels of physical health, including increased levels of bodily pain.
If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, you can call the Domestic Violence Hotline on 1800 656 463.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Knights Chief Executive Matt Gidley has said the Knights would do everything in their power to sign staff halfback Cooper Cronk, while it's also understood the club is showing interest in James Maloney. Current halfback Jalen Feeney says he sees this as a positive opportunity for him to improve his game.
If people want to come to this club and they're a good addition to the club, then I can only just stand back and welcome them in. And if Cooper Cronk wanted to come here or if James Maloney wanted to come here, then I get to certainly learn from the best.
Lake Macquarie sailors Nathan Outridge and Ian Jensen are out of the America's Cup after losing their Challenger playoff series to New Zealand. Sailing for Sweden, the pair's boat needed to win all 3 remaining races of the series to qualify, but lost the first, losing the series 5-2. And Lambton Jaffers captain Joby Wheelhouse will be sweating on the results of a scan on his right ankle today. The former Jets player had scans yesterday after he had to be helped from the field in Saturday's FFA Cup clash with Edgeworth. And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 14, 9, 2, 13, 43, 10 and 4, and the supplementaries are 45 and 12. 2NURFM News Time, 25 to 9.